Hey folks, today we're out here at the farm, and I'm going to talk about our Ruger SR1911. This is a cool little gun right here. The stainless steel version we have here, and here we go, made in Prescott, Arizona from Ruger. Really cool gun. I like the skeletonized trigger to start with, and it has an adjustable screw in there for your over travel position. We can also note that we have we show you we have an empty chamber. All right, so the gun is empty. With this gun, with any 1911, you know, we've got the grip safety back here. We have in this version the hammer that is a large beaver tail, matter of fact, on the grip safety, and the hammer that goes back into the beaver tail. And with this we have our dovetailed rear sight, where you can loosen the set screw here and move that if you need to for adjustment for your for your rear sight. On the front sight we have a dovetail also cut into that one, with also could be adjustable, where you can put a sight press on it and be able to move that side to side. Really pretty gun. I like this thing. It's a nice finish on it, nice wood grips, natural with the Ruger logo in the middle of it. What I'm going to do now is let's just show you a quick example of how to take a 1911 apart and be able to disassemble, field strip it, and clean the thing. And with any 1911, you're going to have the hammer cocked first before you can pull the slide back, so we can take the gun apart. First thing I would do is move our barrel bushing. In this case, we're going to push the spring guide down a little bit. We'll push our barrel bushing over to, in this case, to the right as far as on the gun goes. That way our spring is released, tension is released off the spring, so we can pull the slide back without fighting against the spring. All right, and we're going to pull the slide back so that we have a little bitty notch right here on the slide where your takedown pin could come out. So we line that up with our notch here. We can push the pin from the right hand side of the gun, push it through, and when you have this lined up right, it will pull right out for you. Okay, nothing to it. Then we'll pull the slide forward and it slides off the gun. After we get that done, we can turn our attention to the recoil spring, pull it back, bring it back out of the slide, lay it down, and take the barrel out of these. We turn our bushing all the way the opposite direction, pull the bushing out. You can see we have a locking tab on the bushing itself, and we can lay our link down, take the barrel up out of its groove, and it'll slide up forward, come out of the gun, out of the frame. There we go, out of the slide. How about that? Out of the slide. I'll get it right in a minute. If you hadn't noticed, I got my jacket on. It's cold out here today, but anyway, we're going to work through it. All right, and with that, we have the gun field strip now, where we could take our little bit of solvent here and patch and run through the barrel. Same thing with our slide. We're going to do a little bit of cleaning on the debris and any kind of carbon fouling that might have built up. Same thing with our tracks on the frame. We'll come back with a dry patch, wipe it all off, and finally a little bit of lubrication on our tracks on the frame, the tracks inside the slide, any surfaces that you notice where you may have wear from the action operating. Okay. And then finally a little bit of lube down the barrel too, to help keep that from building carbon and lead buildup in the future. And then to put the gun back together, remember we have to have our barrel link, is what this piece is called, just like a chain link. It links to the bottom of the barrel to your takedown pin. We're going to pull that down, pull it back into the slide. Okay, we put our link up, replace our recoil spring. First we have to put our barrel bushing back in. So put the bushing in here, turn it back again to the right hand side of the gun. We put our recoil spring and guide rod back in place with the hump on the guide rod, our arch facing the barrel. Okay. Make sure our link is sticking up in this case, where when you put it in the gun it will be hanging straight down, because your takedown pin has to go through that link. Now we're going to push a our slide back onto the tracks, ease it back. And just another footnote, this gun is a model that's model 70 version, I guess. It does not have the extra safety tab up here. The other models, model 80s, you would have to have your pay attention to the extra link here that is a safety. You have to push it down, make sure you don't break it when you put the slide back on. This version, we don't have to worry about that. That's a good thing. And we're going to pull our slide back and line up our hole with the link in the bottom of the frame. We'll push our takedown pin in place and get it just right so that click, it goes home. All right, pull our slide forward now. Now we can put our cap on top of the spring, push it down, rotate our barrel bushing, and locks in place. Alrighty, and there we go, the gun's ready to fire. And that being the case, what I'd like to do now is let's go to the trigger pull test and see how that feels. And here again, we have with the 1911 version, we have to make sure that our grip safety is depressed to be able to pull the trigger, and also that our manual safety is in the down position, ready to fire. So we're going to do that. All right, let's hold it down here. I'll get my fingers right. We'll whip out our trusty trigger pull gauge. I'm going to turn this so the camera can see the gauge. Hopefully you see the numbers on it. All right, here we go. And that's 3.5 pounds. That's pretty daggone good. And this is a new gun. We've not done many modifications to it at all. So I'm typically anywhere from 3.5, 3 3/4, maybe 4 pounds is typically out of the box for these guns. Very smooth feeling. And if I'll reach over here and I'll show you what it's like as far as the take up on the reset on it. We go here. Pull the slide back to cycle it, let the trigger go, and that's fairly minimal on reset, so it feels really good. All right, now let's step over to the target and give it a few rounds and see what it feels like shooting the thing, because this is a full size, full frame gun with 5-inch barrel, so we expect it to be a really smooth operator here. All right. And here we go live. All right. Yeah, that shoots nice. Recoil is good on it. This is not bad to shoot at all, being that it is a heavy gun. So I like that. And Lord knows that 1911, been around for over 100 years. You can't go wrong with one of these, as long as you get a good quality product. In this case, the Ruger SR1911 is a good product. All right, thanks for watching us. If we can do something for you with Maverick Gun Works, give us a call.